Thanks. I didn't realize it was muted. Okay, got it. Sign language, yeah. All right. Hey, let's start again. Hey.
Take 2. Click.
All right. I don't know why my mic was muted. It shouldn't have been. Sorry. All right. Hey, let's start this over. Since I have nothing but spare time in my life, I decided to do another show with my mom. Yay. And I did it this week during my Thrifty tour here in her office. So what you see behind me is her office, which looks a lot like my office. All right, stuff everywhere. But we decided to, we picked 2 of the names for the show, but I am going to give you some of the ones we like, some runner-ups. Lena Price had Here, Hold My Purse, A Senior's Thrifting Journey. And then Greg Purdy. Oh, I hear myself. Oh, crap. Buy It, List It, Forget It, Literally. That was awesome. Here's How It's Done, Son. That was Ann Crickman. But what we decided to do is we decided to put 2 together, and so we'll give out prizes to both. So we combined John Sand with Jake Willard. So the show is called Selling Past Your Expiration Date, Being Thrifty Over 50, starring JPeg. Now, for those of you who don't know, JPeg is the extension for photographs. And our fans, before we even had a show, gave us a Brangelina type name. So J, Son, and Peg. So JPeg.
There we are.
So that's our name. Yeah, The Bald and the Beautiful was another funny one.
Yep.
And the reason we're doing the show is my mom and dad are both retired. They're both 73. And so they're not bored and killing each other. They decided to sell on eBay, and they're killing it.
We still kill each other.
Oh. All right.
Argue over shipping.
Fix a technical difficulty in the background. I'll be right back. So, Mom, why don't you tell the audience who you are, why you are, and what you do.
Okay. Aloha, everybody. This is very exciting for me, needless to say. Hope I can help us seniors because I still have many, many questions as I go along. I think my biggest problem is really using the computer efficiently. There's so many things that I still don't know. We get to the seller's dashboard and I look at it and go, where do I go from here? So hopefully, between Jason's expertise and all of us out there that we can help each other along the way. No question is too stupid as far as I'm concerned because I'm always looking for some answers because I don't know. So hopefully that will get better and we will learn more and more as we go. Got it fixed?
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's the deal real quick. See this little shot of some tchotchkes on my mom's bar? They live way deep in the country. Like you might hear banjos. So the power keeps flickering out and every time it flickers out, goodbye Wi-Fi. So this feed is from my phone. I left it on the cellular and we'll talk about that in a second. So if the power goes out, we'll still be live just through my phone. As you can see, is not the greatest reception out here in the country, but it'll work. So if we get a flicker of power, we can still stay on the show. Okay. So let's talk about the first topic of older and younger. So mom's power flickered. The Wi-Fi went out, and this was a couple hours ago. I said, you better call because we need Wi-Fi to have a show. And she goes, oh, it's working. I got an email. She showed me her phone. I said, Ma, your phone's on cellular, not Wi-Fi. She goes, what's the difference? I'm like, oh, smash. I go, see these little lines, Ma? see these little, yes. Where are we? Where is my shot? There we go. The little lines at the top there. That's your Wi-Fi right there.
See, you learn something new every day.
Yes. So if you are not on Wi-Fi, it's going to be tough to run these 2 computers we got running the show.
But I did say to him, I says, would you like to read Mom's shorthand notes? So there you go.
That's true. I cannot read shorthand. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know what Mom just said because I was fixing something in the background and letting Dad watch the show. I realized they were doing real good at it. I started them, they knew how to pick and thrift for their stuff, but I got them away from, like everybody I teach, I get them away from your norm because your norm. And, you get out of your comfort zone and buy other things. And boy, did they take that ball and run with it. They buy and ship water skis, polo mallets, TV VCR combos, beer mirrors from the bar. I mean, it's crazy how much variety they buy and they sell and they ship. So if these 2 country bumpkins can do it, so can you. And I say country bumpkins lovingly because Mom used to ride her horse to town.
I did.
So I'm not just talking out of school, country.
Yeah, this is it was about a 4-mile jaunt into town. My sister and I would take our horses, and they had the hitching post still on Main Street at the time. So we take our horses and tie them up at the hitching post and go shop.
And then my grandparents had a 10,000 head chicken farm for eggs to sell the eggs. And how many acres was that property?
That was 10 acres.
10 acres and horses and chickens.
Yeah, we grew tomato plants and chickens were the big thing. So we've been working ever since we were kids, and so has Jason.
So almost Amish, but with electricity.
Yeah,
basically. We weren't churning butter, but it was close.
Yeah.
But mom and dad are now 73. They both have their iPhones, iPad. My dad knows how to do all the research, and
he's good.
Yeah, so they're killing it. And I thought it'd be a good show to have. Do you still have those horses, Peggy?
No.
Horses don't live that long. Whoa. So I thought it'd be a good thing for other, and I'm using the term seniors, not in a derogatory way, but you're 73, and
but we have benefits. Don't forget that. Good benefits when you hit those age brackets. 65 and older, use them. Good money savings.
So with benefits means something else nowadays.
I know.
All right. So yuck.
I'm talking my era.
Speaking of, a lot of people's suggestions for the name had cougar in the title. Yes, my mom was a good-looking older lady, but yuck! I don't want to think of my mom as a cougar. Ew. Puke. So yeah, that could be the show. Almost Amish.
Yeah. Oh, another one lived on a chicken farm.
All right, stay over here. Stay over here.
Okay, just trying to help us.
It's like a little kid. Yeah. Stay over here. Pay attention.
Like reading the chat room.
Hang on in the middle of the show. Hang on, Jimmy Fallon. Hang on, I'll be right back. All right, so I wasn't sure how we were going to structure the show because, and Nadine can tell you, those of you who watch my other show, Nadine can tell you she plans everything out, and I wing everything an hour before the show.
Yes.
So Mom said something yesterday, and I'm like, oh, I think we'll do a topic a week. So this week we're going to talk about music, buying and selling, because I'm teaching 4 classes this week on my Thrifty-Palooza tour, and I get people who are not used to buying music on all forms of media, CDs, records, cassettes, and other things. To realize in 2016, there is money to be made on purchasing music. And look, in 2016, and this for your older folks, you might not know, you can download almost any song. You can steal almost any song on the internet. You can download any movie, any TV show. Same thing, you can steal them if you have that skill. But people still buy. I sold a $40 CD just yesterday. So people still buy. And we need to ask Peggy about her face cream. I guess you look young, Ma.
I guess so. It must be the camera on the computer.
So Mom had been listening to me, and she's like, hey, I went out and bought heavy metal CDs. I'm like, cool, let me see what you got, Ma. I will show you the right ones first. So she did buy some heavy metal CDs. And she did. Would you pay for these?
Oh, like 30 cents a piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
So some of these are not, $100 CDs, but at 30 cents a piece, I would have bought all these too. So she got a great Ozzy CD. This is Metal Church. That's right. This is Kicks.
I don't know that group.
But she bought it, and so she was winging it. That's cool. Blue Oyster Cult. Some call it metal. Anthrax. This is a tribute to Black Sabbath. Another Kicks. And I'll save her winner for the end here. Judas Priest. So far you're doing good.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it. Motley Crue. Another Metal Church, a Skid Row, and a Kiss. And then the wheels fell. Whoops. And then the wheels fell off. And she goes, oh, I got these heavy metal bands too. Styx. Ooh, not heavy metal.
No. Oops. Careful.
And we're going to get worse. Ready? Counting Crows. Ooh, not so heavy metal. Bare Naked Ladies. Oh, if you could find the opposite heavy metal, it'd be the Bare Naked Ladies.
What can I say?
Now,
I knew there were names that Jason knew, and concerts he's gone to see them. So I figured, well, maybe they're all heavy metal.
But you know my musical taste. It goes from Bette Midler to Marilyn Manson.
I know. He's from one end to
If you don't know Bare Naked Ladies and you've ever watched The Big Bang Theory, they do the theme song. So then you'll get an idea of what their music is like. But, and then one other thing. Looks heavy metal, Diablo, Devil. Yeah, it's a video game. So.
Oh, it is?
I think we discussed this once before, but she just found out this is a video game. So now I haven't scanned this. This might be worth a couple bucks, but yeah, not music. It's a video game. And you can tell by the video game graphics on the back and the fact that it says you need Windows 95 or this is your Apple thing.
That wouldn't have made any sense to me anyways.
Yeah. But here's her winner. She did find something very cool. Ozzy released kind of a greatest hits called Live and Loud back in early 90s. And it came with this like speaker grate over the front. And it was a rare version. And the problem was this is so heavy that when you'd open it up, this would kind of end up tearing off if you use the CD a lot. So it's in pretty good shape. And this is her winner. You're going to get like 20, 25 bucks for this.
Good.
It came with a temporary tattoo. It's missing. I did double check, but the book's in there, the CD's in there, and it's in pretty good shape, and it's one piece. So good job on that, Mom.
Not too bad. I have not ventured into music. I've been very leery of doing it because I have no knowledge. And even though Jason is an expert in that field, I just haven't tried. So this was my first attempt at trying. So I guess it's coming little by little.
And so to show you, I just want to tag onto that. I was in Pittsburgh yesterday, about 2 days ago, I was shopping in Pittsburgh, and I bought a bunch of cassettes, and they were all metal. And somebody asked if you were going to lot those up. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through Amazon. We're going to look up all the barcodes, the ones that are worth probably $7 and above. We'll list on Amazon. Everything else we will put in lots. And speaking of lots, I'm going to be doing that with these cassettes. So I bought, I don't know how many I got here, like 20 or maybe more, 25. I bought 25 cassettes. And these are pretty much all 80s metal. Some's a little more obscure, like Leather Wolf, Another Carnival, Nuclear Valdez, and then you got some bigger bands like Whitesnake and Queensryche. But yes,
Whitesnake, I know.
Yeah, see,
the other ones I never heard of.
See, I got some more Queensryche, and then like this, I've got 5 Triumph cassettes. Now, you don't even need to know the band Triumph. If you look at this graphic, you can kind of tell this is probably some big deal. But if you happen to find 5 of the same band, these were 50 cents a piece.
Nice.
Without knowing anything, you could group these.
Mm-hmm.
You come home and do your research. But for this $250, I will probably sell these for 25 bucks, 10 times my money. You do not have to get ungated for UCDs on Amazon. We're going to do them merchant fulfilled, and we won't get into gating and ungating right now. But those of you who know, when you list CDs on Amazon, merchant fulfilled, that means you're listing them, you're shipping them, just like eBay. There is no hoops to jump through. There's no ungating process. It's just easy peasy.
I don't know anything about that either.
Yeah. Somebody said, I'm losing my sense of time with my Thrifty-palooza trip. Yeah, very much so. But yeah, grouping is a great way to go, especially on cassettes. I just sold, for those who don't know, 16 punk cassettes for $67. Now, let's talk about punk. What do you know about punk, Mom?
Not too much.
Can you give me a little? Can you expand a little bit? Can you name any punk bands off the top of your head?
No.
Oh, come on! You got to know a couple.
Well, if they're punk, then I don't realize they're punk.
Yes, you do.
I do.
I'll start with you. The one, the Sex Pistols.
Okay, I know that name.
All right. Well, I guess the Clash.
Yeah, but see, I wouldn't. That's something that's not in my repertoire that I would bring up.
But see, those are bands I went to. So you're like,
yes, but
okay. So I'm
Beastie Boys.
Not even remotely punk. Well, actually, no. I'm sorry. I take that back. The Beastie Boys, before you know them, were a punk band.
Okay.
So yeah, they were punk at one point.
At one point.
But here's the deal about punk. I was teaching a class, and one of my classmates, and I really don't want to say they're as old as you because I don't know their exact age, but they were older than me.
Yeah.
And I said, look for punk cassettes. And he said, I don't know what punk is. And I say things sometimes thinking everyone knows. And so what I'm going to do in the thrifting board, my Facebook group, is I'm going to put a list, and it's going to be not an all-encompassing list. It's going to be a list of what I think are the top 50 punk bands that if you see the CDs, the cassettes, it's a good list that you have because it'll have the Sex Pistols, it'll have the Clash, the big ones, and then it'll have bands like Black Flag, the Circle Jerks, Fear, all the punk from the early days.
Don't know them.
And that way, if you just take that little list with you, and if you read that list a few times, you'll start to, the names will start to ring a bell. Yeah. And then if you see cassettes or CDs, you'll know to pick them up.
Yeah, and I know Led Zeppelin, but that's,
Yeah, Mom, Led Zeppelin is not punk.
The Kinks. I know this isn't punk. I'm just talking about these cassettes.
Yeah, so you got good cassettes. And what'd you pay for these?
These were 50 cents a piece.
All right, so Mom's got Led Zeppelin, the Kinks, Dire Straits, Robert Plant, who's the lead singer of Led Zeppelin. Rolling Stones. So yeah, for 50 cents, I would pick those up. Yeah. And while we're on the topic of cassettes, let me show you what you want to look for Why did I pick the one that won't open? There we go.
Okay.
That won't open.
Okay.
What you're going to look for, I need a little something.
Pencil or
yeah,
pen?
Yep.
No, what's the thing here?
Yeah, a little something. And as you can tell, we're doing a little of this on the fly. I just decided to share something with you, but there we go. Yep, that'll work right there. All right. When you're selling cassettes, you'll see right in the middle under the tape is a little spongy foam piece right there.
Yeah.
It is right there. If that's missing, you don't want that cassette because that's how it plays. The cassette, the tape goes, the player goes across that. It pushes down on that, and that gives it a little resistance. So you want to make sure that's there, and you want to make sure it spins. Okay. Other than that, I don't do anything else. I don't listen to them. I don't check them. And the difference between someone buying, say, this Blue Oyster Cult CD. Now, they'll buy it to listen to. It is their older greatest hits. It's a cool greatest hits. It's going to be worth a couple bucks. They might put it on a shelf for display. It's a cool piece. Mm-hmm. Almost no one buys cassettes for display purposes.
Okay.
Cassettes are bought by somebody who drives a 1972 Chevy pickup and he works in a field baling hay and he needs some music for his truck. So I'm telling you all that because I don't replace cassette cases. I do replace CD cases because those will probably go on a shelf. Very nice. Cassette cases, they're getting tossed in the glove compartment. And I do put in the description, cassette case is cracked, it's broken.
So how do you ship your cassettes?
So cassettes, if I'm doing a lot, typically you are, I find, and I sell them bigger lots, so they tend to go priority mail. So I do the small priority boxes.
Oh, okay.
I stack them in like so, all the way, and then fill in any empty space with little packing material.
Okay.
If they're going single, I get a piece of cardboard about this long, kind of wrap it around it.
Oh, yeah.
And then stick it in a number 0 bubble mailer. Okay? So, yeah, or somebody who has a boombox. Exactly, Lauren. Yeah, if you've got a boombox and you're...
That one's mom's.
Oops. Yep. And you're I'm trying to steal mom's cassettes.
Already.
Damn, she got me. And you find old hip-hop, because old hip-hop will do really well, too. You find old hip-hop. Mm-hmm. Lauren's right. Somebody's got old school boombox. They'll be rocking the hip-hop in that boombox for sure.
That's a good one. That's good to know.
Is the pad made of felt? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's the first thing we're going to talk about is CDs and cassettes. Now, because I want you guys to be well versed, that is how you check a cassette. How you check a CD is you need to kind of angle it to a little bit of light, sun or indoor light, and look for scratches. All right.
Okay.
How's that one look?
Looks good.
Looks good.
Yeah.
All right. And that way you'll know if you're good or not.
Okay.
Now, Mom and Dad are wheeler dealers.
We are. And his dad taught me. I used to be more leery. And the one thing he said, all they can say is no. So why not try? And we always try. Even in regular department stores, we try. And sometimes you get it, especially at Best Buy.
Good question, Barbara Colson. She said, you say something about the record club stuff. So if you remember, and if any of you watching, most of you are probably older, you remember back in the day when you were kids, all of a sudden you got a whole bunch of cassettes in the mail because it was by, 10 for a penny.
It was Columbia Record Club. I belonged.
And BMG. So, so did they have when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Oh, they did?
Oh, yeah.
Shit, that was old. That's been around a long time.
Yeah.
So they had, but it was records back then.
Yes.
So was it 45s or was it full records or both?
45s.
Okay. So I don't know much about record club records, but when you get to the CDs and the tapes, the tapes they use in record clubs were the worst quality tapes. Now add 40 years time on them and they're even worse.
Oh boy.
They weren't good quality back then and they're worse quality 40 years later. The cassettes, and we don't have any here, but the cassettes have 2 pink lines, one that runs across the bottom, one that runs across the top. Those are record club. Those you don't want.
Yeah.
When you get the record club CDs, they used thinner CDs, but they're not as bad. I've never had anybody complain that I sold a record club CD. So I don't worry as much about the record club CDs. But the problem, because the CD will still play, the problem with weak tapes, they tend to break. And if they were weak in 1982, how do you think they're doing in 2016? Not too good. All right?
Nope. All right.
All right, so let's go back to wheeling and dealing. Oh, you know what we need? Is it easy to get?
What?
We need the rum barrel. South Pacific.
We'll
tell that story.
Yeah.
Okay, so mom's gonna go get one of her best wheels and deals because she shouldn't have wheeled and deal. You know, sometimes you go to a garage sale or a flea market and the deal's that good, don't wheel and deal. Yet mom did and got a better deal for one of the rarest tiki mugs of all time. So she's gonna go grab it for you so we can tell the story because it's quite amazing. Plus, she's an awesome mom. She got 2 and gave me one of them. So she's an awesome mom. And then we're going to get to what they wheeled and dealed this week. And I haven't looked yet because it's such an awesome deal that I wanted to be kind of on the fly, on the air, sharing with you guys. So, all right. So give it to me. We won't show it yet, but tell the story because it's a good story. So tell the story of finding it and then wheeling and dealing when you shouldn't even wheel and deal.
We're at a flea market in Berea, Ohio. They have there every Sunday.
Berea is where the Browns train. Just
yes.
little side notes. I'll throw them in there for you.
And at the time, it was a pretty big one. We haven't been in this past year yet, but usually it's full. Anyways, we're going around the park and picking up things, bickering and bartering along the way. And all of a sudden, I look on the ground on just, she's got everything laid out on the ground on a tarp. And I'm going, I'm looking at it. I see it out of the corner of my eye. I'm going, ooh, that looks pretty good. So I go over and I see it. And right away, I know it's a mug. I mean, I see the name and I know it's a mug.
All right, let me pause there because I either made up part of the story or you're forgetting a part.
What?
I thought you bumped it with your foot and knocked it over.
No. It was on the ground, on the top.
Oh, okay. Then anyone who's ever heard the story, I lied. My bad. I've lied that story about 1,000 times. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, no. It was laid on the ground. In fact, Dad and I almost saw it at the same time. He was at one corner and I was at the other. And so I, picked it up. And so I said to her, well, how much is this? Playing the dumb act. And and
keep talking.
Yeah, she said $5. And I said, well, how about $2? And she odd, and we went back and forth, and we ended up buying it for $2.50. And then she had 2. So I got the pair for the $5. That's how it worked. And so, needless to say, I figured I had something good. I didn't know how good. So
this is not the mug, but this is a typical tiki mug. It's got a hula girl on it. It's got the outrigger canoe, the palm trees. It's tall, it's bright, it's colorful. This mug's worth about $6. Here's the back of this mug.
That I paid $2.50 for now.
Almost nothing on it. Here's the bottom, no maker's marks. And here's the front, South Pacific Kego rum. This is one of the most rarest tiki mugs. And Mom haggled. And the day she found these, I posted a picture to the tiki community and I got an offer of $600 immediately. That's how rare this mug is. So you can haggle.
Yes.
But sometimes don't because what if she said, screw you ain't buying it? Because I've had that happen.
But yeah, well, I have too.
Yeah.
Yes, I have. Of course, I would have bought it for the full price for sure.
Yes.
But needless to say, if I got both the pair for $5. So
somebody said, just don't drop it. Had I thought ahead and we planned the segment out, I would have smashed an old one underneath me and went, oh. But too late.
Oh, next time.
Okay. So we want to get back to music. And Mom goes, hey, check this out. I bought this 45 holder and this 45 holder for $1 each. Now, especially this one. This one's amazing looking.
That one I've offered, but then I looked inside.
Wait. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay. Sorry.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't give the money shot right away. You got to build up. So I'm like, this one's really nice. This will sell for a good amount. And, this one's very plain, but definitely worth more than $1. And then she goes, it's full of records too. I go, wait a minute. You got them for $1 each and they're full of records? So I looked at 2 and I went, what? This is amazing. So I'm like, let me look at the rest on the air. I'll be a little more surprised that way, be a little more natural.
This one, I think. I haven't even looked at
So, which one did I see? The 2? It was this one? Yeah. Okay. So $1.
And it's heavy. It's loaded.
Oh, yeah. It's loaded. All right. Let me find the 2 I saw right away to show you. I just pulled that one out. This is amazing.
And they're in the sleeves, if you know what I'm talking about when I say the sleeves.
Yep.
The 45s came in sleeves. Some were plain, some were, with pictures. So those of us that know 45s.
Oh, yeah. So I saw that. Yep. Here. This is awesome right here. When you find the 45s, you want them in their sleeves. Here's Nazareth, Love Hurts in the sleeve, and the sleeve is in great condition. Without doing research, I would think this is about, and I could be wrong because I've never sold this 45, but I would think this is like $12, $15 in this condition.
All right.
So already, one item, you'll be 15 times your money.
I know.
And it's full. It's full. So here we got Ringo Starr on Apple Records. And let's look at the condition of the vinyl.
Mint.
No, I see some scratches, but they're not
A little
bad.
bit, but not bad.
So let's look at the condition of Nazareth.
By the way,
Nazareth is really minty.
These were found at a church rummage sale. We do very well at our church rummage sales here because everything's so cheap.
Now, this Elton John Island Girl, this ain't a winner. So we're going to hopefully find a couple other things to lot this with.
Okay.
But like that Nazareth with a picture sleeve. And plus, when you have 45s in these sleeves and you have 45s in these sleeves,
more money.
Oops, picture sleeves, way more money.
Yeah.
Okay, so another Elton John. So now we got two Elton Johns. We'll definitely put those together. We'll have a nice little lot. But I want to show you, Disco Queen, Hot Chocolate.
Oh, wow. Hot chocolate.
Eagles, One of These Nights. Now, somebody did number them.
Yeah.
This was 49.
Yeah.
So make sure when you're listing,
Because and we'll show you this in a second, but in our 45 cases, we had index numbers that went from 1 to 60. This one is. And then you had the major page that had all of the lists from 1 to 60, and you wrote down every song. So those were the big pages that you had to
and
definitely keep an inventory of your pictures.
Oh, here we go. This one I saw first last night. Lady Madonna, the Beatles, and backed with the Inner Light. And so this is on a Capitol. So but
number 26.
But the Capitol sleeve is really in good shape.
Yeah,
it is really nice.
The record, not bad.
And the record itself is not bad. So I'm liking this Beatles.
Okay.
Our 45s and sleeves are only worth buying to sell. Yeah, if you find a rare one without the sleeve, of course, a collector will still buy it. But, there's so many garage sales, flea markets, thrift stores that have 45s without the sleeves.
Do you want us to show the mug one more time?
Yeah.
When we get a chance.
Oh, and then this is the second one I saw last night. The Doors, Riders on the Storm. And again, although a plain sleeve, the sleeve's in great shape. The vinyl's in great shape. And this Doors was blown out. 77 cents, brand new. So look, the Nazareth, the one Beatles, and the Doors, $30 maybe for those three, and we got tons to go. I mean, it is absolutely. Oh, this is a nice picture sleeve. House of Pooh Corner with Traveling Mood, the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. That's a great sleeve. But the thing is, these sleeves have been sealed in this box.
Right. I don't think the box has been opened probably since they originally got them.
And we talked heavy metal. She had no clue. This is definitely more your speed. Yeah, these are more your bands.
Well, yeah, sure. If you're playing 45s, they're going to be more for Mom's.
Yeah, here, Derek and the Dominoes, Layla.
Oh, yeah. Jeez, oh, man.
Yeah, you could probably sing these better than you could sing Judas Priest.
Oh, hard, yeah.
Mom, sing a Judas Priest song.
I don't know any.
Hey, I sang a Judas Priest song at my graduation party. Don't you remember?
How does it go?
Live. Oh, hey, more Beatles. Ooh, look at that.
Ooh.
Look at that.
In my life. That was a good
This is an amazing find.
Ooh.
And one of the reasons I want to talk about this too is people claimed my TV show, Thrift Hunters, my Facebook groups, my other show have ruined it for the rest of you.
Yeah.
My mom found all this for $1. So the cost for this specific piece right here is, based on how many are in here, is about a penny or two.
Well, I think there's 60 records in there. I don't think they missed a slot, did they?
So far I haven't seen them miss a slot.
Yeah.
And
is there more than one in a slot?
No.
Okay.
So a little over a penny.
So
I see some Doobie Brothers, some Queen, some Hearts. So we'll put the Hearts together.
Okay.
And it's an amazing find. And look, not everybody was into music, but as a senior or as a youngin', if you saw a case of 45s, I'm guessing everyone would have recognized the Beatles,
right,
or the Doors, or Heart, or Moody Blues. And you had better have thought, for $1,
those I know,
I better buy this.
Oh yeah.
Don't haggle.
I mean, I didn't even know there were. Well, I knew there were records in there, but I didn't even look at the records. I took the cases up because they weren't marked. There was no price tag on it. Took them up to the checkout table, and so I just said to the lady, said, "Well, how much are these?" You have to put on that little act. Hey, how much are these? And she says, "Oh, how about $1 a piece?" I said, "Yeah, I could do that." And this time my heart's going. Ooh.
Look at that, David Bowie, Space Oddity.
Nice.
Unfortunately, it was numbered, and she realized she misnumbered it. She scratched it out and numbered it again.
Yeah.
But other than that number, and of course we'll disclose that number, the sleeve is in really great shape. And the vinyl is in really great shape too. So, and this, wow, talk about a segue I didn't know was coming. Let's talk about when musicians die.
Oh, yes. Yes. I did cash in. I mean, I know some of you don't like the idea of cashing in on a person's death. And trust me, this death hurt us all. When we lost Prince.
Oh, they're going to say, trust me, I'm closer to the death than anything.
No. Get out of here. I was crushed. I mean, I've lost 3 big ones in my lifetime, Elvis and Michael Jackson and now Prince. And that one really hurt me. And I've had a jersey that I bought at one of his concerts that I attended, the very first one I ever went to, which was a long time
with
ago.
me.
Yeah. And I spent the money probably, I'm guessing I spent $40 or $50 at the time. I don't, compared to now, they're a lot more expensive, but I'm assuming that's what I paid for it. So I did put it up at my son's recommendation on price because I wasn't 100% sure which way to go. I did do some research.
Yeah. So do you remember what the research told you that day? Now, and here's the key. Look, I don't care if you're young or old. You can do research. Yeah. Look, up until 2 months ago, my dad had a flip phone.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, but even now he has a iPhone. Even though he rocked a flip phone, he could do research on the iPad. My brother's texting me now. I called my brother yesterday. And he wants to know if I'm up. It's 11:30. What would I be asleep? But Dad can do research really well on the iPad, and
he's great. Yeah, and he does a good job.
And I got him, onto it. So you should know to look at eBay solds.
We did.
If you don't see solds, start in solds.
Yeah.
Do not ever. And I had to break Mom of this too. And still,
bad habit.
I go, Mom, are you telling me solds or actives? Because actives mean nothing. Because I could take this little crappy plastic tiki cup and say $1 million. That doesn't mean it's going to sell.
Right.
So we did research on the solds. And what were the solds telling us the week before Prince died?
Oh, the week before, they were more like 75 to 100.
No, they were lower than that.
Or
they were 40 and 50 range.
40 and 50 range. Okay, 40 and 50 range. And we thought, okay, well, we know we got to bump it up. And
so I said, you're going to shoot for the stars because it's a rare piece.
Yeah, it was.
They weren't sold.
My color. There were different colors.
Yep.
And my black was the only black one.
So I'm going to show it to you. And I said, you go for $200 and don't settle for, maybe make this bigger. Don't settle for any less than 150, I think I told you.
Right.
And how quickly did it sell for the 200?
Within 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was gone.
So there it is.
Yeah.
The NPG, which was his band at the time, the New Power Generation.
Mom knows that.
And let me flip over here so I can show you the back. Let me get rid of that for a second. Where is I've lost it. Mom. I don't know where it went. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. So there's the back. Had New Power Generation, and good job on stringing it out.
Yeah, that was.
Now, what'd you use? Do you know? I know Dad takes the pictures. You know what he stuck in there?
I don't remember. Where is he? I don't know if he put in.
You know what he should have stuck in there? One of those pool noodles.
We didn't have any at the time. We just got those.
So grab one of those. We'll show. We'll pop the screen back off to us. And so pool noodles, if you don't know, are very handy dandy for a lot of things. This held through that jersey would have put those arms out nice. It looked good. This would have been exactly. Yeah. And these are good for shipping too. And you can get the lesser ones at the dollar store.
Yeah, we do a lot of shipping on our picture frame, our pictures with glass frames, and to put around for protection. We slit them down the side, and then make that so it has no breakage.
Debbie Jackson says, I have a collection of concert bandanas worth listing. Yes, but before you list them, if there are any that fall into what I like Prince or Spice Girls, hit me up first. You might have a buyer right here. But see, that's just a good example of Mom and Dad listening and absorbing. They knew that we've always talked about using pool noodles, so they've incorporated it.
Right. I can't say enough about watching Jason's shows, being on the websites. You learn so much. I mean, on the Thrifty board, when people are posting different items that we don't know about, and all the answers that we are getting, it's amazing the knowledge of the group. So I thank many of you for helping me along in my thrifting career, because I've learned a great deal, and I'm sure I will continue to learn. So thank you all.
So these and this 45, most of them are out of their sleeves. So we will look at the condition because somebody asked about the sleeves.
Okay.
And we look at the condition, and then we'll do some groupings. This one, bummer.
Wait, what is it?
Oh, no, that's good.
Okay.
Look at that. Now, if any youngins are tuning in, they're going to have no clue what's going on here. This is a record.
Yeah, it is.
You used to be able to get records in like cereal and other stuff.
Yep.
And this is a color. This is a religious one. I don't know if it'll be that exciting, but the fact that it's, and I know there's a term, I don't know what it is, for these floppy ones, kind of cool. The record to actually play. This is really thin.
Yeah, so that might not be as good as the first case.
Research will tell you.
Right.
Because when we do music, there are other websites. Mom, what are the other websites you should look for on music?
Oh,
come on, Ma. I tell you all the time to check these two sites.
I know. Isn't that awful?
Here's another floppy one.
Another floppy one. I can't remember. Senior moment. I get to call that a lot.
Oh, Bobby Sherman.
Oh my goodness.
So
I remember him.
Yeah. Pop Psych and Discogs. Those two websites will give you pricing on pricing like what's sold and also what's currently active around the web on records and CDs.
I had to write those down because you don't remember. I'm sorry, we don't remember.
That'll be our first senior tip.
Yep.
Write it down.
You have to, because you think you're going to remember. We don't. And when he gets there, and trust me, I sure wish I could be around when he gets there. The same thing will happen. And I keep teasing him about when the technology rolls around and when he's in his 70s and you're trying to cope. He says he'll know it all. He won't. He will not. It definitely changes everybody.
What?
P. Hit the P. Okay.
Your computer's doing great. It's Pop Psych, Psyche.
Okay.
And now somebody asked a good question before we bump on.
Yeah.
Somebody said, should I get some generic sleeves to store them in? So if you buy these, this thing with the separators, they'll be okay in here for now. But yeah, it wouldn't be bad if these are in good shape and we're going to sell them. And look, everything doesn't have to be sold.
No.
If we're going to sell them, yes, I would order some plain white paper sleeves. It'll just help in the presentation. It'll help in keeping them, cleaner. So yes, absolutely.
Okay. Do we want to show my other sale, even though it's not?
Yeah. So not music, but same along the same lines.
Again, going back to.
So Mom had this Muhammad Ali pewter figure. Oh man, come on. There we go.
Okay. This the story behind this one. I bought this months ago. Because I knew he was in failing health. I mean, I hate to think that way, but...
Hang on, I haven't shared it yet.
Whoops, okay.
You and I are the only two looking at it. Whoops, there's a senior moment. Hey!
See,
there you go.
At 46, almost.
Almost? December ain't almost.
It's half a year now.
Ain't almost. 45, go on.
He still has... Anyways, this is going to be a great show.
This might be a one and done.
I bought this months ago at a garage sale. And I told Regan, Jason's dad, we're not going to list this now. I said, we're going to hold on to it and see what happens, because I knew he was in failing health. And of course, we did lose a great one over the week, last Friday, I guess it was, which is a shame. I mean, trust me, my heart always goes out to when we lose the big names. But I said, okay, now's the time to put it up. So I did my research, bought this for $2.50 and sold it for.
Let me go back to that screen.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd my mouse go? That is not a senior moment. That is a computer defect.
Sorry. Not all of mine are.
There we go.
Are great
there
sales.
We go. $70.
So we're just showing you a couple of the good ones that.
And how long did it last?
Oh, that one in a half an hour. That was gone. I guess I priced it too low, probably.
But what'd you pay?
$250.
Don't second guess yourself. You moved it for a heck of a profit.
Yeah.
And look, and we've talked about this. You might be new to watching my mom, even follow me, but there is a wave and an arc when a famous person dies, right. And the more famous, the longer the wave lasts. And Michael was a great example. Prince was a great example. Mm-hmm. Like Scott Weiland from Stone Temple Pilots, his wave was kind of short because Scott had been such a train wreck for so long. It wasn't like a surprise. Prince was a surprise.
Right.
Muhammad wasn't a surprise, but he was so worldly loved that he was that rare celebrity that let us know he was dying.
Yes.
Usually it's just like somebody drops dead.
Yep.
We
he was quite the man. He really was.
And to hear the stories, he was pretty awesome. So
yes, he was. I mean, remember, folks, he gave up millions and millions of dollars to follow his faith.
Yep.
He was at the peak of his career. So.
Yeah, somebody said you didn't underprice it. You priced it just right. Yep, absolutely.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I try. And going forward, with our show, I mean, I need to still learn a lot. And any questions out there will be welcome. Things that you're not sure about probably are some of the things that I'm still not sure about. I'm learning all the time. I think my biggest fear and problem is still working the computer correctly. I mean, I'll get to the seller dashboard and I don't know where to go sometimes. I don't. And I call Jason to ask because I get lost. So
she calls me when she knows I'm like teaching a class. I'm like, is this life or death? And she'll be like, I can't move a picture. I'm like, well, I'm teaching a class that is certainly not life or death.
Yeah. And,
do I have to rescue you? Are you falling out of a tree? Do I have to drive to Jog County and catch you? Yeah. If not, then I'll get back to you. But yeah, mom and dad do awesome. But then she goes, how do I copy and paste? I'm like, you've been on a computer for 25 years.
Yeah, I'm better.
That's when I'm like,
I am better. I still, the computer, shipping. I mean, even though we do a decent job, I'm sure we're not the best, boxes, sizes, how to, the cost. I've been burned a few times on cost. How about you guys? Because I priced it way too low on my shipping, even though I thought I was in the ballpark with it. I mean, sometimes I got burned really bad and I ended up losing money. So we don't want to do that.
No, let's save everyone from doing that. So mom is an awesome 73-year-old. Well, both mom and dad are awesome 73-year-old, but mom's coming to Vegas for the eBay event and we're going to a concert. So mom's still rocking out at concerts at 73.
Oh, yeah.
Mom and I saw Prince about 10 years ago in Vegas. It was standing room only. So although 63 isn't old, it's older, and and the concert didn't start till midnight.
Right.
So here's my 63-year-old mom at a concert that starts at midnight, and he went past 3.
Yeah.
And
we had to stand the whole time.
And in Vegas, people have ADD. They're like, I got to go gamble and go clubbing. So as the concert went on, people left. The next thing you know, we're standing in front row.
Oh yeah.
It was a club in the Rio.
Could have touched him. So
yeah.
It was great.
He was on a stage. I was on the floor. We were the same height.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah, great artist, and we will miss him terribly, as well as Muhammad Ali. It's a shame, but But
I've already got all my Peggy Smith stuff prepped for sale when you kick it.
I hope I'm here for 20 more years. Thank you very much.
I'm going Peggy Smith stuff. What would I have?
You might go first. What the hell? You never know.
I might get hit by a bus.
And I'll get all your shit.
Not true. My mom just swore.
Oh,
hey,
excuse me.
To give you an insight to my mom and dad, if you've ever watched the movie Grease, this was Sandra Dee.
Oh yeah,
that was Danny Zuko. Absolutely, 100%.
To a T.
Yes. So
to a T. I was such a goody. Oh
yes.
my God.
I got my mom to Rochelle the last 30 years. Like
Yeah.
Mom can throw down. Mom always could party, but I've got her being able to drink more than one cocktail.
Yes, I'm up to 3.
If mom had a pina colada back in the day, she'd be like, whoa! And if you know drinking, pina colada, not real potent, really.
Oh, no. I'm just going to throw this out real quick. For those of you, I don't know if we have any newbies online right now with us, but anytime that you can attend an eBay function, e-commerce function, any of Jason's classes, I can't tell you how much you learn. He'll be teaching his Cleveland class tomorrow that I'll be going with him to, and as well as Dad. And I know I will learn something new tomorrow. So anytime he's in your area, try and go. Some say, well, we don't have the money, but this is money well spent. You can write it off on your income tax, and you will learn. You will learn enough to cover that $100 to go forward in your business. So. Well, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow because I know I'll learn something new tomorrow.
Hey, wait, did you pay?
No, I'm helping. I'm your helper.
You ain't coming.
Tell Daddy's got to pay.
Hey, Dad, you got to pay. By the way, lean this way.
Yeah, this way. Yeah.
Yep. That is not a vintage diver's helmet. I saw a question way earlier. It is an awesome replica
that you gave us.
I give my mom and dad lots of gifts.
Yes, he brought home all kinds of goodies.
Yes, mom and dad to give you a quick little history, and we're almost at the top of the hour, which we were going to go half hour, we're already 47 minutes.
Well, a long one today.
I did not grow up rich, but I did not grow up wanting for anything because mom and dad always took care of us. We had fun vacations. We had an Atari 2600. I had a Commodore 64.
Every Star Wars toy you can imagine that we know.
Yep. So I had a great childhood, and as I've gotten older, I've taken them on vacation, and I always come home bearing gifts because it's my turn to repay. Plus, I know all the gifts I come bearing will just come back to me later on.
Yeah, he's a good boy. He's a good boy.
So yeah. So
should we talk about maybe a different day for the show?
Oh yeah. The show will not be on Tuesdays because mom watches two little ones on Tuesdays.
Mondays and Tuesdays.
Mom runs a daycare out of her house on her spare time.
I watch my two adorable granddaughters.
Yeah, my two nieces.
Yeah, they're cutie pies.
And
keep me young.
Yes. So I think we might do Wednesdays. We'll figure it out. I get home from this trip Saturday night. So next week we'll shoot for Wednesday. But we definitely have the name. So it'll be easy to find in the Facebook groups. I do post it in a few groups.
We're thinking a little later time. How do you all feel about that?
Yeah, so maybe noon here, 9 o'clock. Now, I know some people have 9 to 5s. They're going to watch on the replay. But we do have 147 live viewers, so that's great.
Show name. Some missed it.
Yep, so you missed the name. It is Selling Past Your Expiration Date, Being Thrifty Over 50, starring JPeg. Hello, I'm Jay. That's Peg. So Jake Willard and John Sand will be getting the $25 gift cards to eBay. And everyone else, I thank you for the suggestions.
They were awesome.
We laughed until we cried on some of them.
Yeah, well, some of you made me pee my pants.
Yeah.
You did, literally.
Okay, let's not talk about that. Yes.
That's what happens to seniors.
Yuck. I don't want to know.
I'm just telling you like it is. Nate tells everything like it is. I'm telling you what it's like to be a senior.
Yeah, Nate can tell me like it is. I don't want to hear my mom peeing her pants.
Well, no. I'm sure you have one time or another.
Oh.
No, never. Well, I hope you had a great time today. I did.
Yep. It depends. I love it.
Yep. I won't put them on yet, but you never know.
All right, so yeah, that's our first show. As you can see, it is not as structured as my other show, and I didn't want it that way. I wanted to kind of freewheel him, but I think we'll come up with kind of a topic that will loosely encompass the whole show. Mom had her CDs and her records. I just bought some cassettes, and so we talked about music today. And I don't know our topic for next week, but we'll figure it out, and we'll talk about the trials and tribulations of, especially for the older viewers, and that's what our show is geared towards, is overcoming the simple things like, where's the power button on my computer?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. One of the other good names was, where's the any key? Hit any key. Where's the any key? So you got to start with, how to copy and paste, how to upload a picture, all that stuff. But have you ever listed solely on your iPhone or iPad?
No, I haven't.
So start to finish. Have you ever even done part of it on your iPhone or iPad?
No.
Okay, I guess we just found our topic for next week.
Mm-hmm.
How to list on mobile. So we'll do that next week. I'll make Mom list a few things this week on mobile.
Oh, God. Take notes.
What I will tell you, it's not real tough.
Okay.
And some things are better listed with a camera and a computer, but some things, CDs are a good example because for the most part, on a CD, they're square, but you take a picture of the front, you take a picture of the back, you take a picture of it open, and there ain't nothing else to take a picture of. So boom, 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 real easy. And anything with a barcode, it'll bring up the data you need, so you don't have to put a lot into it. So I use mobile listing for easy to list things, and you can mobile list while laying on the couch watching Dancing with the Stars.
Right.
Which Mom and I both like to watch, and then we compare notes on who sucked and who was great. So yes, I am my mom's biggest daughter.
Love it. Love it. It's amazing how similar our likes are, really. I mean, it's almost verbatim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next week, our topic will be listing on mobile. So here's what I implore all of you to do, whether you're young or old, have done it or not, is take two things and list from your mobile. I would say let's try from your phone. If you have iPad and iPhone or, other brands, try your phone because not everyone has a tablet. So let's start with just the phones, and let's do this. I'll put a post in the thrifting board. And if you're not in the thrifting board, we'd love to have you come join. It's facebook.com/thethriftingboard. We'll put a post in. What were your hangups? What were your questions? What were your problems? And I will do some listings and I'll do some screenshots. So hopefully when I see what your problems are, I'll do the screenshots of where you had the hiccup, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, that'd be great. I think our show is going to be more of a learning show, don't you think? Yeah, because I still need to learn.
Because here's the deal: if you're a duo like my mom and dad, if dad's driving garage sale to garage sale, mom's got some easy stuff. She could be listening as she goes.
Oh yeah.
You could have things listed and sold before your next garage sale.
All right, that's my next goal.
Yeah.
That for me, that will be my next goal.
Yeah, and if you're on a road trip, like they take lots of road trips, you could be working while you're road tripping, if you don't get car sick. Now this one, if I go like this, she might puke.
Yeah, maybe. I've improved as I've gotten older. Maybe that's a good thing. Not as bad.
I've deep sea fished with my mom many times, even though she takes the Dramamine. All right, I'll end on this funny little story because my wife just tuned in because she's part of the story.
Okay.
So mom and dad and my wife Stacy and I were in Key West, and we were going out deep sea fishing, and we overslept. We missed our alarm, and so we were running. And dad and I took the Dramamine. We set it on the counter in the bathroom of the hotel room and said, "Girls, there's a Dramamine." Neither girl heard it. They didn't take it. We got on the boat and we headed out to sea. And it wasn't rough, but it wasn't flat. And mom and wife started puking. And here's what annoyed the hell out of dad and I. Mom would lean over, puke, get back in the seat, catch a fish. Dad and I, not puking, would sit in the seat and not catch a fish. Mom would puke again, get back in the seat, catch a fish.
They like my chum.
Your chum was great.
It was great.
So dad and I stood in the back and ate egg salad sandwiches and watched the two girls puke and catch fish.
No matter what I do, if I take the Dramamine, don't take the Dramamine, whatever I do, I just get sick. But I love deep sea fishing, so I go out.
It's a bummer.
Time. Yeah.
Peggy's chummer. If mom ever gets a boat, we'll call it Peggy's chummer.
I love that. We got the boat out in our mulch bed out yard. We don't have a name on that boat.
I think
we just got.
Who just said that?
Who gave us that?
The Twashburn. I think that's Tim.
Okay.
I think the Twashburn just named the boat out back in mom's mulch.
We like it.
Peggy's chummer.
I'm doing that.
There you go.
I'm doing that.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in.
Yes, thank you so much.
We had a nice sized audience, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a lot of learning for everybody. And, I won't call it remedial, but I know we're definitely going back to the beginning on a lot of things.
Yes,
so,
definitely.
if you don't know how to copy and paste, we'll cover that too.
So if any of you have parents out there that are just beginning or are online like I have been, I think, 5 years now for us?
Yep.
Have them join in because hopefully we can help each other along the way.
And then we'll end on this. What, not profit, but what were your sales last month? So your gross sales.
I could look real quick.
All right, go ahead. Look real quick.
Okay. Pull up sales. Where is? Oh, you closed me out already.
Well, pull it up.
Okay.
Pull up. So mom pulled up real quick because I think the numbers will tell you, a story better than us just yammering on because they do quite well. Like if we did all this and mom sold $32 last month, you'd be like, what are you talking about? But I'm very proud of their sales. So let's see what April was or May. Oh yeah, you're way down there. Come on.
Yeah. Okay. April.
April.
Oh, you know what, Jason? It doesn't. That's one of the things on my list.
One of the things on our list.
Yes,
we gotta.
It doesn't show me what my gross was here. Here's my profit.
All right. Well, I want to see the gross.
April. The way you set this up, by the way, he set this up. The only column that has a total is my net profit.
Guess what? Mine works just fine. It was the same thing. Here, I'll profit it up real quick. Hang on a minute.
He shows the profit.
There. See how quick that was? All right. So mom's last month. Actually, here, I'm going to do something.
Okay.
How many of you sold over $1,000 last month? I'm not talking profit. I'm talking gross sales. So over $1,000. Chat. Let me know if you did. And while we're waiting, I will.
Yeah. While we're waiting, do we do mostly garage and church sales? We do everything. I think our best prices are church rummage sales and garage sales because they don't know. They just want to clear out. They want to get rid of their stuff. So they're always the cheapest. We do estate sales, but we have found them just to be too pricey. Occasionally we find some goodies. We still go, but unless you go on the last day, they won't haggle at all on the first day. So we kind of don't have a tendency to go to them as much.
All right. So we saw a lot of over 1,000, but we saw a lot of under 1,000s too. And so the next question is, how many of you have done over 2,000 in the last month? Let me go back to that. We did 4,000. Congratulations.
Oh, terrific.
So know about half that. No, you can, not just the seniors, anyone can answer, but I wanted to show you that this isn't just us, doing a vanity project and mom sells $32 a month. They definitely do it. So in the month of April, mom and dad did 2,700 in sales. And in the month of May, they did about 2,100. So, I'd say they're averaging about $2,500 a month in sales. And, although they do it full time, so to speak, they travel a lot. They watch their grandkids. They have 4 acres to take care of.
Yeah,
so
it's nonstop. My schedule is very full. Watching the grandchildren Monday and Tuesday, and sometimes it's 3 days a week. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we're out, thrifting and hitting up the garage sales. So there's time away from the office. Usually I start in my office about 6 a.m. And if I have the grandkids, I have to leave the house by 8. From 6 to 8, I will be listing. So, it's just a matter of, getting my good timetable and sticking with it. So I make everything work and fit.
Yep. And her eBay name is Old, O-L-D.
Hyphen.
Oh, wait. Old.
Yeah. Old.
Dash. The regular dash.
Okay.
Wahini. And then she's also a Wahini. Wahini is a hula girl. So there you go. So that's my mom, and that's us. So I'll memorize the name soon.
That's right.
For selling past your expiration date, being thrifty over 50, I'm Jay.
I'm Peg.
And we're JPeg. Bye.
Bye.